Hey guys, John here, and we are back with another episode. And today we are making crispy fried chicken in the air fryer. So let's make something delicious. Okay, guys, so for this recipe, what we need to first do is marinate the chicken. And usually, what you need to use is some buttermilk. And for this recipe, we're actually going to make this dairy free. And to do that, we are going to be using just plain extra creamy oat milk, and we're going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar to make it a little sour to give it that flavor. And we are also going to mix in some buffalo sauce. So the recipe for the marinade is going to be a half cup of the oat milk. Now, if you're going to use buttermilk, just use buttermilk. If you're going to use oat milk or any other like plant-based milk, make sure that it's the unsweetened, so this one is plain. We're gonna just add a splash of apple cider vinegar, and again, that's just gonna make it a little sour, give it that buttermilk flavor. Let's go ahead and give that just a little mix. Make sure that the apple cider vinegar mixes well into the oat milk, and then we're going to do another half cup of buffalo sauce. And for this recipe, we are going to use the red hot wings from Frank's. Just throw that in there. Perfect. So now we have about a cup of this marinade. We're just going to mix all of that in. And don't worry about, using whatever hot sauce you want in there. It's not going to make the fried chicken spicy. It's just going to add flavor to it. So we've got our marinade that's all mixed in. So now we are going to take the chicken. And for this cook, we are going to use just some drumsticks. Just going to throw it into this bowl. Make sure that it fits. So that's going to work perfectly. And now we just add our marinade. So for this, you're going to want to let it sit in the marinade at least an hour. You can do it overnight, you can do it up to 24 hours, but at the very least you want it in there for an hour. So it's going to start adding more flavor to the chicken, and also it's going to keep it nice and moist, so when we cook it and bite into it, we're not going to have any dry pieces of chicken with this recipe. So that's it for this part. We're just going to let it sit in here for the next 2 to 3 hours probably, and we'll take it out. We'll start frying her up. So I'm just going to throw this into the fridge, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, everybody, so while the chicken is marinating in the oat milk, apple cider vinegar, and buffalo sauce mixture, what we're going to do now is mix the dredging that we're going to use. So we start off with half cup of just all-purpose flour. Throw that into our bowl. Perfect. We are going to take 2 teaspoons of seasoning salt. So for this, I'm going to use just Old Bay seasoning. Good. Then we are going to use 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. It's probably just easier to take this off. Got one of those rocks of garlic salt in here. It's making it difficult to scoop it out. That. we are going to do 1 teaspoon of onion powder. That. 1 teaspoon of chili powder. You can also use cayenne pepper, any type of pepper that you want. So that's in there. And we are going to do 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So as you can see, there's really a lot of spices and namely a lot of pepper in this recipe. You're definitely going to get a lot of flavor from that, and this mixed with the marinade is going to make just a juicy, delicious chicken made in the air fryer. So let's go ahead and mix up these spices. We've got about another hour or so with the chicken marinating in that oat milk and buffalo sauce mixture. So when that is ready, we have our coating mixture and we can start to throw it into the air fryer. So there's that. And look at that. We've got a nice looking mixture for our coating with the flour and all of these spices. So we're gonna pause the video for now. We'll wait for the chicken to finish marinating and then we'll start to throw it into the fryer. All right, everybody, so we are done letting the chicken marinate. It's been sitting in the almond milk, buffalo sauce, apple cider vinegar mixture for about 3 hours now. And we have our flour and spice mixture right here. We've got the basket for the air fryer ready to go, and we've also got a canola oil cooking spray. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take a piece of parchment paper. So you can buy parchment paper that already has holes in it. I didn't have that, so I had to take a piece of parchment paper and cut out holes into it. And now we're just going to throw it into the basket, and we are going to put the pieces of chicken on the parchment paper, so that prevents the breading from sticking to the basket. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to take a piece of chicken. We're just going to let the excess marinade drip off of it. Perfect. And we are just going to coat it in our flour and spice mixture. Now as we're doing this, I can definitely smell all the spices that are in this this coating. It's definitely gonna be good. So we just need to shake off a little bit of the excess that we have. And now we're going to take our spray and we are going to just spray the piece of chicken. So that's going to help it just crisp up a little bit in the air fryer. So let's go ahead and do the next one. Just let the excess drip off. Throw it into our mixture. And it's really good to have one hand with a glove, so you have your wet hand and your dry hand, so that you can have your dry hand as the one that you use for the cooking spray. So we've got it coated. We just want to shake off the excess. And we're gonna spray our piece of chicken to help it crisp up, and we throw it in the basket. Now one thing that you're gonna do as well, and what you're gonna see here is as we cook this, there are going to be some dry spots in on the chicken as we're cooking it. So we're gonna flip it halfway through, and then halfway through we're also going to spray those dry spots so that we don't have any just pieces of burnt flour. That's gonna, it's just gonna taste like burnt flour. It's not gonna have any flavor to it. So here's the last one. Shake off the excess. And just put some of the coating on it. There we go, that's looking good. And now we just have to spray it. And it's in the air fryer basket. I'm just gonna hit the ends where my hand was holding the drumstick. So now I can get rid of this glove. So let's go ahead and grab the air fryer and let's talk about time and temperature. Okay guys, so we've got the air fryer right here. We are using the Ninja Foodi air fryer for this fried chicken. So as far as the time and temperature, we are going to do 390 at 25 minutes, and halfway through we are going to flip the chicken and we are going to spray the dry spots. So let's go ahead and turn her on. 390, 25 minutes, and it's going. So now we're just going to wait for about 13 minutes and then we're going to check up on how it's doing. Okay guys, so we are halfway through the 25 minutes, so now we're going to flip the chicken and we are also going to spray any dry spots that we see. So right there you can see that there is some dry flour, so we're just going to spray that. And put it back in. Got this one. Make sure we don't burn ourselves while we're doing this. And we got the last one right here. So things are looking good. They're definitely looking very crispy. We've got all the dry spots. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to throw it all back in for the last 13 minutes. So we'll see you guys in 13 minutes. Alright guys, so our 25 minutes are done, so let's see how things look. So nice, they're definitely crispy, golden brown. They're still sizzling a little bit. That's what they look like. So we're going to let them cool down a little bit so we don't burn ourselves. You can hear that sizzling. There you go. There's the last piece. All right, so let's let them cool down and then we're gonna give them a taste. All right, everybody, so here we are with our air-fried, crispy fried chicken. They've had a chance to cool down a little bit, so now we can taste them. First thing is, I want to see just how crispy they are, so. Let's see how it does. Ooh, there's definitely a lot of steam coming out. There you go. Really, really nice and juicy. What I will say about this recipe and what we did today is, so this is my second time cooking it, and what I learned the first time is that I left them in there a little too long, so you can see that there are kind of some burnt parts on the coating, but let's give her a taste. It's really hot. Mmm. Mm-hmm. So you can definitely taste the pepper and the heat that's coming through from the chili powder. It's definitely very juicy. So this is not a dry piece of chicken. The marinade with the oat milk and the buffalo sauce really did this job. So let's go ahead and get another piece. I'm using this spoon because it's still fairly hot. You can see right there, it's really, really juicy because of that marinade. So that's it, guys. Some crispy fried chicken made in the Ninja Foodi air fryer. So go ahead and give it a shot. So if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe for more content. We will be coming out with more delicious videos. I'll see you guys soon.